All right, we're back, and I'm getting that countdown
We're back.
nailed.
We found out on break that Tetsu's a glove.
Tetsu.
Do with that
with
you what? Do with that what you will. There we go. That's how words work.
Yeah, that's 100%.
All right, so we got Varso and Syrup with hero points.
Oh yeah.
We got a bunch of people on a spaceship starting to go to Absalom station. But first, I want to hear about all of my players level 4. Let's start with Varso.
Ooh,
Oh,
on the
goodness.
Spot.
Oh,
Got him.
oh boy. So, as a level 4 biohacker, Dr. Len got to choose like another theorem, which are pretty much like a special biohacker feat that usually modifies biohacks.
All
The
right.
biohacker does more biohacks, crazy thing. But this one, you guys are gonna love this one. It's actually called locomotive adaptation. Ain't that something? So now he can adaptation serum you guys into like climbing up walls or swimming. So you are welcome.
Wait.
We've been through this.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Suspicious look.
Dr. Len.
This is very suspect.
Wait, actually, this is a really important question that I have. How are you rationalizing that in character in comparison to everything we've been through with the adaptation serum? I got it.
Dr. Len is
This is the good version.
he has worked
Basically.
tirelessly on creating the good version, and he knows enough about like how to affect people's biology. I mean, he was like partly responsible for this whole mess.
Well, that's
So-
what I'm like. Is this the real version, like the good version? You took
no.
the okay.
It's more
This
of a
is
like
what-
it's a focused version that lets him control the adaptations that are being made. It's not like just a rampant virus. There are
that's
zero risks.
That's pretty.
That's
huge
what I was-
for everybody.
That's definitely what I was thinking.
I mean, that's pretty huge, right? For those that have.
I want
been
to insight
researching
check
it for a while.
Barso on
Yeah.
no negative side
Zero
effects.
risk.
Yeah. Eisen is
Not
very
yet.
sus. This is very suspect.
Absolutely no risks here. Mostly.
Mhm.
All right. Is that the end of it, Varso?
Yes, that is actually the only thing I got on level up.
Nice. All right. Let's go, Eisen.
My level up is equally as impactful in that I got 1 feat, and I got particularly the close combat feat, so that I can hit things close up, and then things further away will have a harder time hitting me. So I get to
All right.
dodge and do cool things there.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
see if it comes up.
that's when you're in melee. You have a higher AC against ranged, right?
Yes, exactly. So if I hit
Nice.
something in melee, everything in range will have a harder time hitting me. So
Cool.
Uh,
You just gotta hit.
Dr.
Exactly.
Len, you pinged your locomotive adaptation in roll 20, and it
They're no
seems
risk.
to just cut out a little bit early because there's the whole notes section, and then there's something titled massive risks, and it
no.
just cut.
Oh, yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah. Oh look, we were right to be suspicious.
That was a bug. That was a bug.
Oh,
There are
it's
no
a bug. It's
risks.
fine, guys. It's a bug. We'll talk to roll 20 about it. It's fine. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing big.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Moat.
Moat also got a another feat, a mechanic trick, where they have the ability to essentially make any item that is half of their mechanic level function the same as any lower level item with the same bulk. So I can take a data pad and turn it into a projector or a comm unit or anything that's a level 1 item with light bulk. And they
can you
function
turn
like
it-
that.
Can you
Sorry?
turn a data pad into a grenade?
You cannot make weapons or armor
Okay.
until the later version, which I do intend to pick
Okay.
up.
Cool.
So
That's
they do
super cool.
specifically prevent against that, but yeah, so get to be extra useful and kind of come up with interesting ways to use items. So
Big
gonna be
guy for
fun.
Moat.
Is
Oh, yeah.
there a cost limit to that? Like, because there's a lot of like specialized kits that are like 200 credits per thing that are insanely expensive, but they're just like light bulbs.
It's
and
just a
level
time
1.
limit.
That's so broken with some of the. Okay, you and I need to have a talk. I'll get you a list of things. There's some things in here that are
Wait,
very,
no,
very
Len-
useful.
Is item
Len, you're
the same
Eisen's
as
doctor. Moat, you're his mechanic.
They're all items.
Yeah. So the limitation on it is that it has to be the item that I'm messing with can't be any more than half my level until I hit next level, in which case I can do it with the resolve point. And the item that I change it into, it has to be a lower level item than the one I transitioned. So I can only do a level 2 item into a level 1 item, essentially, at this point. And it lasts for 40 minutes at this point.
That's so broken. Okay.
It's nice.
Okay,
I love it.
yeah. There's some things you can do with that. I'll get you.
Yeah.
I'll help get a list.
Oh my god.
And then Wasp got harder, better, faster, more perceptive.
Nice. To stop that list early as a GM, you won't be making like kits and selling them to people because it doesn't turn into the item. It
Right.
just functions as the
as.
item.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about selling, but like
Okay.
there are some rare kits that would be very useful, but are very expensive. So we can just say, yeah.
I'm ready to see what y'all bring to the table.
He's
All right.
ready to say no.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Tetsu.
Tetsu got more Tetsu. So with his Vanguard abilities, he has the ability now to let me double check it.
Was I hear all your clicking?
Clicked away from it. I know. You like clicking. Basically when he negates an effect, basically saves on a saving throw, I can just gain some more entropy points, which helps me build up the really strong attacks that can, one-shot Waffles stuff once in a while. So I get those back more. Not a huge perk. I also got a Vanguard Discipline, which basically gives me cool tweaks to my the flavor of my build. And Tetsu being a protector, and there wasn't a lot of stuff that totally fit him, but the one thing he has now that I kind of wanted to get for him is now he just materializes a shield on either arm that he wants, and it just appears, and he can choose the type. So basically he can use that to protect himself or others a little bit better and go from there. So that's mostly it. Plus he got thick. Tetsu's
OP.
Yeah. Well, no, he can't hit things very easy. So
Yeah, he can't save a queen either. Syrup.
all right, turn the ship around.
Alrighty, so last level up, I took level in Envoy, which means that this time around I completed my level in Technomancer, which is kind of exciting because technically I get all the benefits of a level 3, not a level 4, which is actually kind of beefy. So now I'm OP, no kidding. But, y'all, this is exciting. First of all, I just need to showcase that I have 25 hit points, which is huge for me and pretty awesome, right? Yeah.
Only 25.
And I got another spell and another cantrip, which I don't know if I'm going to share specifically what I took just yet. Well, I took Detect Magic as a cantrip because we've been dealing slightly more with some of the magic stuff. And I'll be honest, what I did is I kind of focused a little bit on Grace because, well, everything we've been doing is kind of surrounding Grace. So I also took Comprehend Languages in hopes that I might be able to decipher and detect magic and communicate with everything Grace has hidden as well. So I'm going to try to combine my hacking with Comprehend Languages and magic and all sorts of stuff and make it interesting. So we'll see what comes of that. And then I got some cool abilities, like a spell focus, and I finally got my weapon specialization. I got tech lore, which, if I recall, I get more bonuses to computers and mysticism and all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, I got some fun stuff. I'm finally reaping the rewards of taking a level in Envoy as well, because that definitely set me back. But to just, I know everybody's really concerned about my prowess in combat, so I'll tell you I got not better at all in combat.
Thank goodness.
That's our job.
Eisen and I know it's pretty much up to us with only Moat as fire support. But luckily,
I'm
Moat's
fire support.
To clarify, I did get weapon
You're not shooting
specialization,
friends.
so if I hit, I now get +2 to my damage. So, it's not nothing. Yeah, that's about the right awkward silence.
Yep. That's a good level.
Woo!
Thanks.
If I hit with my +2 to hit,
Yeah.
I will get 2 more damage.
There's a reason I stressed if I hit.
As Lynn hallucinates another party member.
I'm gonna hallucinate you.
Probably
Shut up.
Zaya this time.
I'll
Okay.
hallucinate all of us in TPKS.
I'm ready. Please do.
Dr. Lynn
Okay.
gone rogue.
All right, you guys are back on the ship. Tibble in tow. Grace locked up. What are you doing?
Flying home.
Yeah, I think one of the first
Not
things.
going to Shimrouse and Shimrouse.
I saw it coming. I knew it.
Once Tibble is
on.
secured away somewhere with like a
What are
vid
you
game.
doing to him?
He is given the spare bedroom in my quarters. Yes.
Okay, he's given this. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask that he just gets nice and preoccupied. Give him a vid game. Give him something. I'm sure he wants to take a nap. I don't fucking know. It's been a long trek in the jungle, and I would like to call a little team meeting on the bridge.
So these are my foxes. You can't see them, but they're under here.
He's in my quarters. Your foxes stick in yours, don't you?
Don't worry
Tetsu
about
really wants him to be in his quarters.
Yeah.
Tetsu's cut
I
holes
kicked
through
Lynn
the
out.
Rooms.
Yo, Tibble has his own room. We have 4 rooms.
Oh no!
Wait,
I
do we
would
still have-
totally take over the captain's quarters.
Yeah, like-
all. So
Oh,
rudely.
yeah.
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 So
but he-
Moat
yeah, he
sleeps
could-
in the basement, or Moat sleeps in the engine room.
Well,
Yeah,
Tetsu never moved out of Dr. Len's room.
there's a single room that I moved out of because Nanala is not there now, so he could. It could be our guest room. That
there is, but like I'd like him to just make sure, just because for safety's sake.
Eisen wants a
Make sure
cuddle
he
buddy, okay?
No, it's to make sure he doesn't do anything
Yeah.
weird during the night, and then we have problems.
I agree.
All right.
the
all
best
right,
part
all
about
right.
this is that the somebody wrote in on Roll20 map the name Tibble, and it kept being dragged around to different
That's
maps.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Tibble's here. Okay, no, Tibble's here. Okay, wait, no, over here. But okay, so
can't even
Eisen insists, and Eisen pulls Tibble to
Yeah.
bunk with him
Yeah.
for another watchful eye, which I'm on board for, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
He goes wherever he's told and doesn't put up much of a fight. You hear a small complaint about but look, that room's all alone. It's a bed, and then he's like, oh, okay,
It's
well,
under
I'll stay with you.
construction.
Yeah.
Okay, so crew to the what's the deck? I don't know what it's called. I said it
Really?
a second ago.
The deck?
The bridge.
The bridge thing.
bridge,
I
come
literally
on.
just blanked. All right, crew to the bridge, please.
We're not all going in the bridge, because the bridge is basically the cockpit. We're going in the gunner's science, the
No, that's the bridge. That's the
secondary
bridge. All
Yeah.
of this is.
We're squeezing it. It's a collective bridge. You know.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ignore Waffles is really weird, mapped.
Well,
That was my map, actually.
It's kind of like
Yeah,
the
of course
Normandy,
it's
right?
not.
I imagine it where there's there are doors there that separate the
I
cockpit.
figured
so
it's
in
all
case whatever.
accessible to us, but anyways, so I'm just I'm standing behind where the pilot and captain sit, and I'm just leaning 2 of my arms crossed, 2 of them leaning on the back of the chair or whatever, as everybody gathers, and I'm like, look, I don't I don't want this to be a very long discussion, but I really need to understand something here. I just kind of glance, make sure that the door is shut behind you all. Glance at, like, the cameras in the hallway or whatever. I was going for something on the planet with our guest. And I'm very concerned. Do you all genuinely think that I would murder a man or leave them to die in the middle of a jungle? And she looks genuinely like, what?
You said it.
I mean, okay. So, let me tell you this from my perspective. So, we went into this guy's room, and immediately he had a knife at his throat, and you were, shouting at him and giving him orders to do all sorts of things.
I wasn't shouting at all.
He was doing his... You were being very assertive of what he needed to do, or there would be consequences, which,
yes.
Sure, we need to keep up appearances. Fine. But when he's going to cooperate, to me, it still felt like you were just kind of, just going a little far on the, demands. So I felt a little bit like, maybe you really hate the guy. So I was a little concerned. Yeah, I don't like to think that you'd, leave someone stranded when they were in Schitt's Creek, but I mean...
There's an art to getting information and ensuring your safety as well as my own. I'm here. You all appointed me as captain of the ship, and I know we weren't anywhere near the ship at the time, but the whole conversation in terms of what I'm referencing, I'm not talking about the botched attempt at infiltration. I'm talking about a attempt at some control of a situation, about him coming back aboard this ship and taking him off a planet when we have no idea who he is or what he's done, which I'm sure we will find out as soon as we're out of planet, near the planet or whatever, like that the area is called, where we're not on that network anymore.
We can actually Google him.
Right.
Hubble,
yes, of course. The thing is I need some buy-in from all of you. And first of all, think back. Have I ever harmed another human being at all?
First off,
Len puts down Tetsu's hand.
First off, Zeha, we've only known each other for maybe a month.
I understand. But I need some buy-in to protect you, to protect all of us, and to protect our missions. I
backed your play in there. I backed your play from the time that I grabbed him. You were the one who shook his hand and made the deal. And so I backed your play.
I said was that we would get him out of there, and we did. And I'm not even arguing that point. I'm not even arguing the fact that he's aboard this ship. He said it himself. He's seen our faces, and he has every bit of control. Unless I try to get any of that back, we can take him to Absalom Station, and still nothing is going to keep him from telling everybody about us. And it's not going to be hard to put it together. We have zero hold on any of the information he possesses, and I was simply trying to do what I do best. And that was taken away from me.
I don't know what you do best. We haven't known each other long enough to know what we do best. Not to that level. It takes years to understand what a team does. If not
she just
longer.
starts like rubbing her temples.
and
all four hands.
Yeah. And at that like Eisen, who like was trying to stay open, kind of bristles a little bit. You're acting as if we acted out of turn.
No, I'm asking right now for additional buy-in. I am concerned, first and foremost, about what you think of me in regards to judging that I would actually leave him stranded on a planet, but that's fine. I understand. You mentioned you don't know me. That's perfectly fine. I'm telling you now, I have never and hope to never harm another human being like that. But when I make those ridiculous threats, and I understand they're ridiculous to me, and I see now that you don't think that's ridiculous, and that's fine, but Tibble didn't know either, and I had hoped that perhaps you would think the best of me in that situation and back me for those attempts. It is what it is, and I'm not going back. I simply request that moving forward.
But why would we threaten him? He seems to not mind us. So if we want him not to tell our secrets, why are we not trying to keep him happy?
Because it doesn't work. This is what I do for a living, and I work with diplomats on the regular. I entertain. I have the finesse of certain communications, and if we have nothing over him, like truly we have nothing, no hold to keeping him happy, what does that mean? We don't know him. We don't know who he is, and you can very well try to keep him happy, and for how long? How long will that last?
People I used to work for used to hold things over people's heads. They were not very good people, and I did not enjoy being friends with them.
I am not holding someone hostage or as a slave or forcing anybody to do anything. My focus, and this is where I'm asking for buy-in and for some knowledge that I'm not a terrible person here. What I was trying to do was protect what we have here on board by ensuring who it is that we are bringing aboard, and our mission and our identities for not ever having stepped foot on Castrovel. I was trying to protect you, all of you, and myself, moving forward. By starting a conversation. I didn't get anywhere with that conversation, so we have no idea where that could have gone. Like I said, I'm not trying to... It is what it is. But moving forward, trust that I'm not going to do that to anybody.
Sure. I think I can put that on your shoulders, that sort of thing. But Eisen's right. We don't know each other very well. So I hope you can overlook that position that we took. Because in my experience, people often wait to reveal their true colors. Sometimes for a very, very long...
She gives you this, like, pitiful look. like she conceals it, but, like, you could, like, there's that glimmer of, like, oh man, you poor thing.
But
who hurt you?
Yeah.
And she
what
like,
happens when you...
Yeah.
What happens when you make the threat and they don't buy it?
I kind of agree with that one, because I think look, going forward, I can get behind you being more hardball with threats and
that's not always going to be my tactic, mind you. That just seemed appropriate.
I'm continuing. Yeah, anyway, conditions and all sorts of things that can make the scenario, more favorable for us. I know that's necessary. That's absolutely true. It was just when we were in the room and he called for the guards, we didn't know if he had decided that the conditions we were setting were too much, and we didn't know whether or not that was him backing out or making it better for himself. We took out the guards, and he elected to, be on our side, saying that was that we have access to the room.
I guarantee he would have been on whatever side won.
Oh, absolutely. And that's fine. It's just
Waffles nuts.
there's a level of I don't know what else he could have done at that point. If he just bolts when you're saying that we might just leave him, that that's extra bad for us. So it's easier to control him from the ship than it is in the forests of his planet.
And I judged at that moment that we held more cards for him and that he wouldn't want to go back into a city where everything was on red alert and a queen kidnapped. That's where finesse and what... Look, in the end, it's a judgment call. All of it's a judgment call. I'm simply asking for
Nobody
some trust.
told me what was going on. I walked into the room, I pretended to be Tibble, and that's about all I know. All I knew was Tibble helped us some and was coming along with us, and then we were talking about leaving Tibble. And
Yes, but I didn't have an opportunity to apprise everybody of the situation.
But that's I agree with Tetsu on this, that buy-in is all well and good, but until we get to know each other, until I know what game you're playing, I can't necessarily know the correct action to take that will be of the best benefit.
Eisen, game
Even if
you're playing, we have a mission from the Starfinder Society. What are you talking about?
Look, I don't know necessarily in which conversation, which direction you want to go, and you've shown me on several occasions that you can at times flip-flop. And that's fine, but I just want to make sure that I back you correctly. So sometimes it needs to be communicated, because I don't always know.
If I have the opportunity, I would love to
take.
communicate. That's not the point. The point is the situation was what it was. And like I said,
Right.
I'm not trying to change that situation.
But I'm saying that this situation will most likely pop up again, and it's not our fault for necessarily misunderstanding where you're going if we haven't known you long enough to understand
Misunderstanding
where
is fine. Buy-in and trust is something else, and I'm only referring to that.
And that's something we can build on.
Absolutely.
To,
Absolutely, and that's where I completely understand that we haven't known each other for a long time, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. Thank you for joining.
Oh, by the way, speaking of leverage, we have more than you think.
Oh?
So, everybody's going to be a little bit on edge and curious about what's going on. So, I managed to capture pretty much the entire exchange from Wasp's perspective of the individuals breaking in and harassing Tibble, as Moat points at Tetsu, and the Queen, and then teleporting away with the Queen and seeing one drive away or run away into the crowd, supposedly after the other person. So I'm going to be working on that, and they're going to have information. So he's not exactly going to be able to say, I was with these people, because he's on camera as with the Queen.
At this, Zeha, stands up and, straightens up, and, her demeanor shifts a little bit to, suddenly, trying to calculate and think about best ways to use this and everything, and she nods. That's excellent news. Thank you, Moat. Thank you, Wasp, when she, looks at Wasp. All right. I know it doesn't need to be said, but as you work on that, please don't upload it on our network. I would wait to upload it to a lab on.
No, I got plans.
Okay, all right.
Perfect. Should we not upload that unless Tibble does something wrong, because that could get him in a lot of trouble?
Well, you said you had a variety of
anyway.
options of different things. So first, we have to travel to Absalom Station. I think when we arrive, we should see what the news is. Let's see if they even announce the truth of what happened.
There's a couple aspects to this that I kind of want to capture. I want to do my best to be the first one to have the best, most full-clad footage of what's going on, and provide the anonymity that nobody knows where it exactly comes from, but that it is, legitimate. Because, the other people could be looking for the Queen, so if they get any information, that's going to be helpful to them. Tetsu, I know you're running after her, but,
my only thing is I don't even know if they're going to willingly admit that their Queen has been taken. So, let's see. But yes, I understand all of those points. So, the thing is,
if you release anything, they might try to find you.
How trackable is this footage? Can they reverse it somehow to find us?
Wasp
That's
is a
gonna be most of my
drone.
that's gonna be most of my work is to keep the information as decentralized as possible. I'm going to try to find ways to get it encrypted and make sure that it's uploaded from somewhere secure and that won't be traced back to me. It will be traceable back to Hal, my personality from Castrovel, because Hal is friends with 2 members that will be on the Queen's Council on Castrovel, and their involvement in this needs to be put in a positive light, so they are favorable for Hal. Therefore, Hal has favorable standing with, the people that will be wanting to track this information.
Yes.
When you've completed the video editing and you have whatever pieces that you want to upload, let me know. I can assist with making sure there's no lingering data that connects to anything that we need. And she kind of like waves all 4 arms because she can definitely hack that.
Can you also get me a copy of what the Vesk was equipped with? A clear image of weaponry, like anything of detail. I might be able to...
Who were they?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, they were the ones who attacked us at the Silver Drake. Again.
Oh, that's right. You didn't see them.
Oh, so they're returning. Did they see any of us? Did they know we were there? Were they after us?
No.
No, they weren't.
They were not. They were after the
This is
data
the-
pad.
This is the second time they went after something Grace related, so I
But
think
theoretically, they should have come after us if they knew Grace was here. But they
They were after the data pad.
But they somehow knew where the data pad was. Like, how would they know
Yes.
that the data pad would be in that room, or that
We
The
should
Queen.
that even Vivi would have the information that would be useful to them in the first place?
let
The
the
Queen.
Starfinder Society know about that as well. Well, that or
They have a name.
VV, or otherwise there's been multiple.
It can't have been the Queen because they hadn't undone she didn't know what was on it.
She did not know what was on it, but she knew she had something. And she might not have said anything, but somebody in her group might have said, there's this thing that exists that somebody might be interested in.
I think the Queen had
VV.
taken that from the rebel group.
VV. Yes.
Yes, and perhaps I think it's more likely to have intercepted some communication from the rebel group or from VV than from the Queen.
What if she
no,
stole it
I
from them?
disagree. I think this is the second time they've come after something that the Starfinder Society wanted. That Starfinder Society was obviously
They have intel on the
corresponding.
Starfinder Society then.
I think they have an in.
No. What if this is Vivi's
It's an
contact?
annul.
What if Vivi stole it from them? What if they had this information originally? Right? The reason why she couldn't go back was because she burned whatever bridge it was to get in their organization.
We did you mentioned Annul, Tetsu. We did a sweep and we already found one piece of recording that she left behind. They might not.
Please let me hear.
Can we do a full sweep of the ship and make sure that's
We
not
did already,
our
I thought.
I mean, we could do it again.
Yeah, we've also left the ship alone for a little bit. I think
For a
we
day,
should
fair
do.
enough.
Yeah, we should do one more additional sweep.
Let's go.
I'll bring out my
But-
wide spectrum scanner. That will
Dr.
help.
Lin, she kind of just like nods to you. I think you're right, and I also will discuss possible theories about that. Let's try to identify any links to where the leak in the Starfinder Society is, and probably mention it to what's his name?
Arvin?
Arvin, yes.
Also, there's probably at least 5 of them, if not more, in the group. We know of 3, and then
Five what? Of the Skidamander and
of the attackers, because we know of 3 that went to go grab her, and then they disappeared somewhere.
of
assuming
3
they
that went to
didn't
go grab her. What are you talking about?
from VV. They said that 3 entered the building. She had eyes on 3 people. We only saw 2 of
Yes.
them, but there was 3 who entered the
Oh,
building.
3. Okay, so there's at least one more person. So why'd you say 5?
And I'm saying 5 because the Skittermander took the Queen somewhere, and assuming that they didn't leave the planet, they had a safe house somewhere, and you wouldn't leave that unguarded. So there's at least 2 more
Potentially.
They might
by my
have.
calculation.
It could be infinite more until we know who we're dealing with, but
Mhm.
3 that they entered on, they got into. All right. I'm assuming we're going into the drift on the way back.
Yes.
All right.
Cleanest route.
And then can
Before
you,
we break
Tetsu's
this
starting
up,
to search.
Tetsu, I was looking through the information from the tablet you sent out.
Yes.
That said the black butterfly was I mean, it mentioned like a character named the black butterfly.
Is this another one of your people? Are you tied into this too?
No, it's not one of my people. It's a name I've heard before.
what?
So
The Black Butterfly is a very dangerous crime lord in Absalom Station.
In Absalom.
Not the sort of. Yes.
Waffles, can I make a check?
Sure. What kind of check you want to make?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
The information that was on the thing with the black butterfly, that was messages of exchanged with the rebels of the black butterfly. Rebels exchanged with the black butterfly. And was that the messages that received the drift coordinates to Ashalan?
No.
And what was the gist of those
15 for culture?
The gist of those communications was basically like an arms deal.
Yeah, the black
Okay.
butterfly was going as an in-between for like smuggling stuff.
Okay.
15 on culture. Do I have any idea who this is or where they might hang out if they're a crime?
You've heard the name, but it doesn't strike you as an individual, more as a like
group.
Kind of like V for Vendetta, like everyone is
Yeah.
the black butterfly. Like you the only big thing I can give you for a 15 is you get the sense that if VV was messaging someone named the Black Butterfly, it's not the person in charge.
Right.
Okay.
Is there a way of identifying that they are like a legitimate figure in that group, like from the way that they sent whatever information, like to just make sure that they're not like, yeah, I'm the Black Butterfly, while they're like secretly like police or something?
I mean, they're smuggling
Not really,
weapons.
not really without having more information.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
and I'm sure this goes without saying before we search the ship through, please no real names until we've settled on exactly who this Tibble is.
We kind of blew that already.
No, I don't think we did.
No, we
No.
don't.
For Tibble. Okay. I thought you meant for like any bugs that were listening, because we used
Okay.
our real names just in the
No,
conversation we had.
screwed.
I was gonna say, like, Tetsu just shouts, "Lad,
Yeah.
dinner's done."
And then Waffles, can I get a refresher on Grace restrictions about taking her out?
Yeah, she has to be. It takes her a minute to like attach to the
Integrate.
ship, to integrate to the ship, and then it also, like, after a minute is up, people can grab her signal.
And even if we're in the drift, or is the drift kind of safe?
I mean, the drift's safe because it's like a desert plane, like you get that sense, but you're also not going to be in the drift for very long. But I mean, if they were in the drift, they could catch her signal in the drift.
Right. Drift is
But we
is
should not let her out
1d6
now.
days, though. Like, we're in the drift for 1d6 days, right?
Yeah, I'm actually going to change that a little bit.
I thought it was static to get to like Absalom or places
to
with
Absalom.
signals.
You're right.
To Absalom, and I already forgot this. I looked it up last time. I wanted to be right. I'm just gonna
Failed us.
It doesn't matter because to Absalom, it's like very quick static. Like boom, wherever you are, you can get there.
Okay. I forgot we were going to. Okay. Well, let's search the ship.
Okay. Are people taking 20?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
like to take
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
I always throw that out there because everyone forgets.
Yeah.
Taking 20 is a
28
thing.
perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
guess it's gonna
I'd
be
offer up my
perception.
broadband scanner, so it's +4 to whoever has the highest perception modifier.
Can I get creative and maybe do computers to try to search for a signal separately?
Sure.
Okay.
You can take 20 on it.
Cool.
Can I
Can we
take
get a
20 on
sense of what we're
engineering
doing?
to find weird kind of like taps and such?
Absolutely.
All right.
And I've got a high perception. I'll take the lead on it.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
You have
I'll
more
help,
than 8?
I'll help Len.
I have an 11.
Why do you
Correct!
beat me in everything?
Because Dr.
Len
Len's
is too
OC.
smart.
So your 11 will become 15 with my device.
Alright, so
Oh, okay.
taking if I must. Taking 20 on my computer. I like how we have a nice variety of like search mechanisms. Like okay, search the ship, and then like only some of us actually look through the ship, and some of us go to the computers, and some of us go to like the engines. I love it. Taking 20, that is going to be a 32.
Same
Okay.
for me.
Just missed.
And then a 35 perception, Dr. Lin.
Yes.
All right. Going through the ship, giving it a good come over. It takes you guys about a half an hour, like 30 minutes, to just tear this apart. What?
And I'm going to break out my detect magic.
Okay. Yeah. It takes you guys half an hour to comb over the ship. You find nothing.
Okay.
And you
And-
don't detect any magic, and you actually don't even detect magic from Grace because she's in a lead box. So
Right. And then just like real briefly while I have detect magic, I'm just gonna like peek into the room with Tibble. How you doing, bud? Need anything?
Tons of magic.
He's super suspicious because you're
He's
the
a
one
magic
doing
man.
it, but it's just like,
he like, you don't detect any magic, but he like peeks out and he's like, I mean, we eating soon? You got any food on the ship?
You're gonna want to talk to Tetsu. He actually enjoys cooking, and due to
Talk to
the
who?
variety of cultures. Did I say doctor?
Make sure not to use real names.
Oh,
I think Zehan's intelligence would be high enough to.
yeah. This has been.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
that actually would have been
Look.
perfect. Isaac would have just been like, ha! Like he would
Just
have.
so this doesn't keep coming up, like you guys can use your names and just
Please.
it's understood that
Yes.
you're not like
We've made that call enough times.
That needs to be
it's-
canon. That would have been such.
That would have been so great. Yeah.
Talk to
Who's that?
Tetsu.
You're gonna want to
Ah.
talk to Jonathan, because he actually would be very happy to have somebody else to eat his food communally, at the very least.
all right, soon?
I will.
Like now? You want me to come out now?
I will get you on the comms when food is ready. Have a lovely day. Just close the door on him. And then I'll stop it. I'll pull it up back open. Yes.
I was just gonna say okay.
If he does get hungry, he would find like Eisen has like stashed away a couple things in the room, considering. So he would find stuff, and I assume he wouldn't ask. He'd just eat it.
I'll find Tetsu though, and I'll be like, if you'd like to
Okay.
prepare dinner after the search, our guest is hungry. Enjoy. Keep walking.
Hey. I always make food. Just nobody eats.
Yeah. Well, I eat it. We have dinner. over
Len just
there
sits
tonight.
on it.
Yeah.
I eat it in a way.
I join for like the as you make food, and I like sit in the communal area, and then I'll take the food to my room. But as food is being prepared, I'm gonna go into my quarters, and I'm gonna make a long distance call.
Okay.
And we have taken off, right? Like, as soon as I got on the ship, I would
Yeah.
have started the process. Like, I just don't want it to be like, you haven't taken off from Casterville space yet. So, like,
And there's
No, I
gonna
think
be
we're
like
doing this like on the way or something.
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
there's
I just
gonna
want to
be
make it clear that we are on the way.
so
here.
much Hubble searching the second we clear their atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine everybody's probably gonna wait till y'all hit the drift just to be safe, but
Yes.
Do you, before we make the call, do you want to do a quick overview of some topics that we'd be searching? Like, I think everybody's gonna be looking up Tibble. Is there anything major that we can grab? And the news. Like, I would like to grab and like have my datapad connect to the internet to grab the latest news before we hit the drift, and then I'll peruse it just to see any of the news from Castroville as well.
Okay.
I would ping Arvin once we get close to the drift, by the way, just so that he knows when we're gonna arrive.
For sure. Arvin receives the ping, basically says, cool, what's up, see ya, I'll have grapes ready. Alright.
Shrugged
Ping, attaching your, for some reason I want to say tablet, attaching your like data pad to
tablet.
and pulling all the news. You all get the sense that nothing, at least as far as the Pact Worlds is concerned, has happened.
Excellent.
Okay.
And then what's the searches on Tibble?
Yeah, what can we find on him?
Just everything. You searching his name?
I would start by searching his name. And I'm sure this could be like a slightly communal thing that we might connect with each other on, because
Sure.
Two things. I figured we'll search his name and everything we can find on him, or descriptor, like doctor, famous doctor, like anything like that. And then maybe we can do facial search from some of the video that Moat pulled.
Great. Pull up as much Rule 34 of Tibble as you can.
Oh, God.
Tattoo's already drawn, baby.
Fun note, there has been an upgrade to the number of rules of the internet. I don't know exact number right now, but in the future there are 69,000 rules.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Moat is going to essentially not be looking up the information. They'll leave it to everybody else. Moat's going to be looking up editing software and tips and tricks for excellent drone footage editing.
Okay.
quick
Anima,
video editing.
Monica and Hit Films work.
He's on YouTube. Like,
The best filters, best like
How to video edit in 5 minutes.
Free video editing
yeah.
software. $10.
Luckily the footage is
every
already
month for a
stabilized, but, you
subscription?
know.
God.
that's
I can hack that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free trialing, definitely.
Moat, give me a computers check.
Can I take 20?
Yeah.
I'll do that. 32.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. You're able to find basically what you need. You're not going to be like high-end professional or anything, but it's what you need to make the video look good and be out there.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah. And then the rest of you, what you find on Tibble is that it looks like he's been across the Pact Worlds in many, many university databases. And there's nothing like criminal about him at all that you can find. It's just like, Tibble spoke at blah, blah, blah university. Tibble went to this university. Tibble did a seminar at this university. Tibble, like, it's just this. He looks like a very studied individual that pops up in a lot of different papers, writings, and like experiments.
And this name is followed with a profile picture or otherwise that matches?
Yeah, for the most part. He looks a little bit younger in some of them, but most of them are like very similar, which actually, like, now that you ask that question, strikes you as odd a little bit, because some of them were like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and he looks the same.
like tattoos and everything.
Yep.
Tetsu, during dinner, or lunch, or whatever time of day it is, you seem to get along with him. Do you think you could just strike up a conversation about what exactly got him into that situation in the first place?
Tetsu's got like a plate in hand. I was gonna go do that right now.
Excellent. And we can say I make that phone call after dinner instead, but
For sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tetsu wasn't sure Tibble was allowed out of the room, so that was literally what I was gonna do.
Oh, no,
yeah,
He
no,
said,
no,
"Oh my
he's
God."
That would be Eisen's thing. If he saw you walking to his room with a plate, he'd be like, "Tibble can eat outside. He doesn't get to eat in the room. That's not a thing." That
I think he's had
that's
enough
too
of like
messy.
being like cooped up.
Yeah, like he can sit with us and we can just talk to the guy.
Okay, so we're gonna have a little dinner scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tetsu's so happy everybody's eating at the table today.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting.
just
The whole
sitting
family's
blender.
here.
There has got to be. It's the future. I'm insisting that there are plates that keep your food warm.
Nope.
Oh, I'm certain.
There's actually a ceiling fan that makes your food really cold really fast.
No.
Are there plates of poison detection at least?
Yes.
Nope.
I mean, there's
Oh.
plates of poison protection now. It's called silver.
Poison detection. It lets you know if your food's poison.
Yeah, that's silver.
He doesn't understand.
I don't think
Anyway,
it is.
so dinner.
Detection, not protection.
Yeah, detection.
Yeah, detection. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, explain.
Okay,
How
okay.
does,
okay.
when does silver detect poison? Curious.
It changes color. If it's poison
Really?
food, that's why you
On
ate
some,
everything
yeah.
off as silver in royalty because it was meant as a
Call
means of.
BS. All right, we'll look that up after the session.
Yeah,
Continue.
Fun fact.
Call in.
But
Let us
not
know.
so fun.
Okay. Tibble is sitting there eating food, shoving it down. Then he leaves because y'all took so long talking about silver. No, I'm just kidding.
It's funny because in Shimmerine, that would be like minerals like that would actually be a topic of conversation.
For sure. But yeah, he's sitting at the table with y'all eating. Hey, this is good.
Thank you. I don't get people to eat out here often. Lan is
Dr.
shy,
Lennon,
and
say hi, just-
Seha does not take off her mask. Or not Seha.
Sounds
Well, yeah.
special.
Yes.
Nice.
We thought you were cooped up and would like to be out of your room.
I mean, yeah. Like, oh, my room. Nice. I got a room on the spaceship.
Well,
That's-
you're sharing it with not Eisen.
Rockman.
Yes. Why were you in? You said we didn't have to say it. I just wanted to clarify.
No, that's just very funny how like you hesitate and then say not Eisen.
Yeah, like
Feels weird saying Eisen. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble, so I was like, not Eisen. But yeah, Tetsu kind of looks at him and goes, why were you trapped in that room anyway?
I mean, it's kind of where I got stuck after my last trip to one of the mainlands of Casterville. The elves wanted me to come work on something, and then I didn't really get out till y'all came.
I mean,
By choice or by force?
I guess you could say a little of both. Like, they definitely didn't want me to leave, but I also didn't try to pick up a gun and force my way out, you know?
did you ask to leave?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be cooped up in a room like that.
And they said no.
They said, no, you gotta keep helping us find some of this pre-gap stuff. When you find pre-gap stuff, alright, you're out.
So
So you hadn't
you
found
weren't
any.
kept there.
Nope.
also the queen seemed attached to you based off of how she was treating not Tetsu.
You didn't see
You
that.
see his,
No, we did.
you see his face like,
It's in the video
Right.
footage.
Yeah.
not a blush, but definite recognition of like a relationship there. And he goes, I mean, like, you gotta have some perks, you know?
So
She did sit very close.
why was Sisho so interested in the pre-gap stuff? That's unique curiosity.
Yeah, I don't know. She wouldn't tell me. She didn't talk much when we were around.
Yikes.
Like Isaac gives him the look of like you realize that you're just digging you're digging yourself deeper look of like That could be read so many different ways.
He does not care.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
but-
it's probably
It
intentional.
was intentional.
Yeah, no,
He's,
absolutely.
he's sitting there eating with his hands. He's just like,
So they just wanted you, and you found nothing. What did all? Did they
I mean,
do?
I found all those items y'all saw. Like, she let me keep anything that's not pre-up, which is kind of cool. But I mean, now that's all gone.
Yes, shame we didn't get a chance to take any of that.
Some good stuff.
The next time we
Through
raid a
the
laboratory,
wall
we'll
towards
steal
the
everything
GM.
first.
Some really good non-credit stick loot.
Womp womp.
Don't care. I just
Um,
want credits.
Yeah, I'm sure when we're under pressure, we'll have time to just, shop, supermarket sweep wherever we are next time. Just
pressure.
I was holding that back.
Guys, the place is getting attacked. Ransack it!
exactly. Exactly. How much can we get into a cart before it explodes?
We need to
Hey,
invest
to
in
be-
a portable hole.
To be
like a
fair,
Mr. Beast
if
video.
the plan was to always put a knife to his throat, I would have just pushed the cameras up and grabbed everything off the
Yeah,
tables.
fair enough. That's-
Yeah. Well, if we had known, but yeah.
For sure.
Tetsu kind of looks at Tibble and goes, where was she getting this stuff? Because
I mean, everywhere.
Well,
Usually
she-
raids and stuff from like her
Against
army.
who?
They're- Huh?
against who?
I mean, different people all over Casterville, sometimes out of Casterville. Like, I mean, elves don't just, like, as much as they like their land and don't want other people to come on it, they still go elsewhere.
she mentioned anything about?
There-
I know you said she didn't talk a lot, but a rebel group or something like that within Casterville.
I mean, she said that their army was having problems with some other elves. I mean, maybe that's what she was talking about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe.
I'm
Do you
just
know
curious.
who would have known the queen was coming to you with this data pad?
No clue. You did.
Yeah, it makes me curious if perhaps
yes.
the rebel group was responsible for some of the action that we saw.
Is there
Yeah.
anything you know about anything that could help keep you out of their hands when they come looking for you?
Yeah, I'm on a spaceship right now.
Actually, that does bring
But
up a
we will
good
be
point.
landing
We're
soon.
headed towards, civilization. Are you going to be good? What? Just gonna go off?
I mean, if you're gonna drop me off, then yeah, I can make myself unseen.
Would you want to stick with us?
You seem like look around a little bit.
Zeha starts getting a headache.
Tetsu sits up a little straighter, smiling.
Mo just sucks on their smoothie of Tetsu's meal.
I mean, maybe it's where y'all traveling a lot. That's really all I want to do. Travel, and then like, I assume I'd get to eat. I probably gotta get paid a little bit, but then it'd be good.
We're basically
work could you do?
contractors right now.
Yeah. Where's your expertise lie?
Anything with computers or machines.
Out of character. We have that covered.
Moat's mask's eyes narrow.
Like
Competition.
Well, you're getting put out of a job.
The two
Hey,
things
good
that we
news
have
is if I die, I'll play Tibble.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Trade.
You could use maybe another hand around. Free up Moat.
I'm not sure about that, but it's not really up to us fully anyways.
Yeah.
But Tetsu, you have connections. Now everybody's saying not, so okay. You have some friends on Absalom. Perhaps you could connect him with some assistance and ensure his safety as we discuss.
I know somebody who I think will be happy to have you if you can't come with us. or when you're not. I don't know how this is working, but yes.
Our
I mean,
employer seems pretty open to things, so I'm pretty sure we can make it work.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not gonna stay in one place probably. That's why I want to know if y'all traveling. But if you're gonna drop me off with someone, then I'm down to chill at night.
How comfortable are you with putting your life on the line at a regular
I'm
basis?
so glad this is not a discussion that you all are having with the captain of this ship. That's cool.
You have not said that, like, that was not part of the discussion we just had. That's a separate discussion.
Feel free
You
to
also
cut
haven't
the
told us to
conversation
stop.
off at any. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Feel free
I
to cut it.
Yeah, if you wanna-
just did. I said that's a discussion for later, and we could have that. But meanwhile, you could go with Tetsu too.
Oh. Again, that was Zehan not, like, defining that, like, this is the end of the conversation.
It's fine.
I think we kind of like circumvented that topic and just like got our way back into it with a slightly different topic. And we're like, oh, that's different enough. That's fine.
Yeah.
I have to play her as she is, and I'm not gonna be any more blunt. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair.
All right, where do we want the convo going?
I'm good to be done, and
Yeah. We do small talk. Like, there'd just be basic small talk just to kind of smooth the ice over and make sure that he doesn't get, antsy.
Okay.
I mean, we can just say like we're gonna spend some time on the station, and then we'll just cut. We can say like
Regardless.
we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, that conversation goes down smoothly, and he goes back to his room. You guys enter the drift.
we have some phone calls.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the one thing I'm looking up wasn't Tibble. I will be hubbling Monk Butu.
Yeah. And I'm also, like, I actually want to talk to Len once we get into Drift real quick. I would just, like, after dinner, once, like, Tibble has, like, gone away, I'd be like,
Lynn's face.
yeah.
Oh no.
I'm about to get
I'd
killed.
jump out the window.
I need a quick prostate exam. Could you help me out?
Yeah. Into space. And it's just like, oh, there he goes. Okay.
I'm dead.
No, it's nothing serious. It would be like, once everything is done and, like, he's helping Tetsu clean plates and grabs one plate, he'd just say, I know we've been busy and chaos has ensued, but have you had a chance to look over my file and make any of the contacts we talked about? It's been chaos, I know, but
Len had his back to you because he was carrying a plate of food to his room, and then he bristles. Oh, yes, that's right. Well, no, I haven't had a chance to contact your friend Resk.
yes.
Resk, yeah. I was we've been very busy. A lot of
Yes.
stuff going on. Yeah, I'll get right on that after I eat.
Look, I've been the one starting plants, and you've gotten eaten at least almost twice, so I know we needed some time to make that work. So I'm not pressuring, but it's in the front of my mind.
I'm not pressuring.
Yeah, no
but,
pressure
get on
felt.
it.
And he's shuffling away as he's like, no problem at all. I'm just gonna.
A large rock man just kind of looming over you, just kind of going, no pressure.
Look at my medical records now.
And he goes into his room, and after everyone else does their conversations here, I'll call him.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I will.
Say hi at her phone call.
Okay.
I'm going to call. Let me see if I can find this in my notes.
Mommy.
No, not my mother. I am going to be reaching out to the contact that had been given to me from last time we were on Absalom Station. I'm trying to find it.
Jim. G-E-M, Jim.
Oh, Jim. I swear it sounds like you're saying Jim.
I thought it was
Jim.
both for a second. I was
Yes.
like,
I can't say I's and E's differently, obviously. Like I say pin and pin, and then Jim and Jim.
Yes. That's silence.
Okay. Is that you gonna so just try to hit up Jim?
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember. So this was. I'm trying to find my notes, but this was basically the person that I spoke to was not the person that could help me. Like, who was this contact that was given to me?
This is the contact that was given to you is the person that could help you. So, like, the person you spoke to, the Sharon, was named Vogt. Yep. And I forget exactly what you were looking for exact help with, but you were pointed to Jim.
Gotcha. I was looking for mutual assistance, I think. Like, I was part of the Starfinder Society, and I was going to be using all sorts of stuff, and if I could help them in their research and also gain access to potentially some good equipment.
Oh, yeah. I think, yeah, that's why you got pointed to Jim. That makes perfect sense now. Jim is kind of the, like, one of the procurers of, like, items and stuff like that, and that you were basically told that she would be your point of contact.
Perfect. Yep. So I will give her a call.
Yo, it's so funny. We have so many Yosokis coming up.
What?
We do. We really do.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
Is Gemma Yosoki?
Yeah. The phone rings for a minute, and you ring. Yes.
Hello. Is this Jem?
This is Jim.
I'm sorry, Jim. I'm so sorry.
No, it's Jim.
Yes, Jim. I was given your contact from Vogt on the Absalom Station Arcanimium. Say that 5 times fast.
You mean the Arcana Miriam?
Yeah, I can't spell.
I know, you can't even say my name.
Jim. So she mentioned that you were in procurement. I reached out. I actually rather approached her regarding potentially assisted efforts. I eventually would like to attend the Arcaniminium. And she mentioned something about my grandmother as well. I don't know if you worked with her, Diva.
You're the granddaughter of Diva?
Yes, Zeha Vumti.
So you're from the Adari? Kasata?
Correct.
You hear like a lot of background noise going on. Yeah, we can work together. Okay, I got a mission for you.
Well, how is this exactly going to work? What?
You do stuff for us, and then we'll do something for you. What do you want? You want stuff? Like, usually Vox sends me people who are looking for things, and I'll get it to them prior than them being put up into the museum.
Gotcha. Is this the type of things my grandmother assisted you with?
I mean, not exactly like this, no. But your grandmother also attended the academy. You just said you want to. A lot of people want to.
Yes. Of course. Certainly. I am a Starfinder currently, so I do have additional missions. If we can line them up or however, I would be happy to assist as best I could.
Sure. I mean, you're just taking something off my plate, so I'll help you as much as I can. What do you want? You want like a course? You want like a free course? We'll just give you one of those. You want an item? Like what are you looking for?
So mechanically, a course would give me like better technomancer skills, or not one course.
Yeah, not one course. So like each course costs like 1,000 basically, and you could probably do them in your downtime, like on the ship and stuff. And I think I decided like 4 to 5 courses would give you another
Whoa, I think you
another
said
magic
3.
hack. Well, it all depends, but yeah, could potentially give you another magic hack, like if you're actually investing all your downtime into that.
Gotcha. Okay, perhaps we can discuss as things progress, but let's start with some equipment that might, allow me to stay alive long enough to, attend. little
Alright.
humor.
Yeah, I could probably find you something like that. All right, I got one. You ready?
Yes, absolutely. She takes out her notebook.
Okay, be ready. This is how the missions go. You're working with Jim, okay?
I thought I was working with
And-
Jem.
Jim, yeah. I need access to an astral transponder. Bye. And she hangs up.
Excellent.
I think we got one of those.
Yeah, what's that? Astral transponder.
Sure, Moat's got one.
Just hobble it.
Wait, are those the same thing as like the like jump points?
Who knows? I don't even know. I wrote this down a long time ago.
Just Jem is laughing in the back. Like after that phone call, she couldn't even say my name right, so I gave her the shittiest mission I could. I don't even know what it is. I said it so that she would leave.
Okay. This is basically this is something that sends out a signal to a computer that allows someone to access the computer, and it can be pre-programmed anywhere really. Another plane, normal shielding, signal jammers, that kind of thing. And so like basically like if you were in the drift, you could access a computer back on Absalom station and actually work it.
Okay, so they didn't mention they need it programmed in any way. They just want one.
Yep.
Okay. How difficult is it to, like, how rare is this item?
It's not super rare. It's expensive. The rarity to find it, you could find it in a shop very easily. The rarity to find it, like, just out somewhere is probably pretty rare. So it's, you get the sense it's basically wait till you can afford one, or get lucky, or purposely go places where, like, there's a lot of computer shit going down.
Okay, so potentially, you know, like big corporations would likely have one in their one corporate headquarters to communicate with another, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, noted.
Basically asking us to steal it without asking us to steal it.
Or buy one.
When we have to go back to
Then
Varso's,
why wouldn't he buy it?
Yeah, when
Paper
Doctor.
trail.
It's an entry level task.
Mhm. Dr. Len's previous lab probably had one.
Rip. Actually,
Probably.
I wonder if
back
the
to-
lab. Ooh, we took the computer off of the lab on the moon. Did that have one?
I think they took it though. I think the society took it. I don't think we have just an extra terminal around.
What did we? No, I'm pretty sure we
We
tried to.
we took the androids and we ripped up the androids.
No, we
Or,
took
like,
the entire
robots.
computer system.
We ended up
as
taking
well.
the entire computer, and then I erased a lot of the data on it, and then I'm sure we'd like pawned off like the parts or whatever,
Maybe-
like at the
yeah, we
time.
probably gave it over
Right.
to the.
I'm sure they
Actually-
didn't want outside access into those computers that were talking about highly top secret information that was being
Outside
paid for
access,
by a
no,
really
but
secret organization.
From the moon to something else, not
Right, to use
the
a different
moon.
No, but
way
it-
as the-
It's a receiver, I think.
No, it
No,
allows you
the
to.
transponder's a sender.
Yeah, the transponder allows you to access things. in
doesn't
different
matter.
dimensions.
Did we happen to run across one in that computer?
No.
Excellent.
Excellent. All right. Next phone call. Hit me.
I don't have a phone call. I was going to be hubbling Monk Butu.
Okay. This is a good one.
Oh
Alright.
yeah.
Let me pull up my
Guys, what is
flashback
war
here.
crimes? I'm seeing it a lot.
That's
Oh-
not where my
oh
flashbacks
dear.
are.
What's the Geneva Convention? What?
Yeah.
What?
Guys, I violated it so many times.
What does the number 3,000 innocents mean?
Never mind. It says dead after.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Give me
I
a
don't-
computer check.
maybe. Waffles, why?
Monk Butu. Monk Butu, bad
Ooh,
guy. Monk
25.
Butu, innocent
Wait,
people.
let me double check.
Monk Booty
Yeah,
Max
25.
murderer.
Okay.
Plus 7.
Me, Monk Butu?
20
Question mark?
25.
Yeah.
Everybody's just making fun.
Oh
of me.
well, I could have just taken a 20 though, couldn't I have?
No, not for this information. Okay. All right.
Nice.
Tetsu,
Waffles make
you
me
are
happy to say this.
what?
I don't know. You're just smiling too much.
Yeah.
Monk Butu and me.
Monk. Monk Butu Tetsu.
Question.
Monk Butu Dr. Duro.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking
Are you
forward
alone?
to.
Yeah. I mean, most of my time I'd be just kind of like chilling on the bed, like occasionally trying to pet one of the foxes under the bed, and just kind of like chilling and hubbling.
Okay. You're going through this information, and for a while, like this is good computers check. You're good at computers, but for a while, 30 minutes, you can't find anything. You eventually kind of give up on it for a second, and then you think, oh, what about archived videos that should probably be erased, but there might still be some relevance to them. Okay. So
I don't like that it's a video.
the camera zooms in to a old news feed
5
from
weeks.
Nebula
Stable
News.
person. Okay.
Nebula News rarely reporting on anything outside of the Pact worlds. The camera is a little blurred, and even outside of that, the quality isn't amazing. Think like a buffering 480p video.
Starship Troopers vid file.
Yeah. Yeah.
True crime.
The video begins with the sounds of screams and heavy rainfall. But even with the rainfall, large fires burn in the background. We then hear the reporter begin. We're here following a recent string of murders by a small band of goblinoid-like creatures. We have tracked them from an uncharted planet here in near space to where we stand. Preluria. We cannot... The voice is overcut by screams and a very loud explosion as we catch a glimpse of something about 6 to 9 foot tall. It's very hard to tell because of the blur and how far away they are. Moving freakishly quick in the background, grabbing what looks to be a metal plate from a wall of a house and slinging it through about 3 different people that were running away. A loud roar follows, still drowning out the reporter, who finally cuts back in. These reports are not something we see often, but this story must be shown. Planets like this, with no defense of their own, will need help from the Pact. In the background, something comes flying very quickly towards the camera as we hear a scream from the cameraman cut very short as a red liquid begins to flow over the camera. Obviously, this video isn't titled Monk Butu. It is in the metadata of it, and you're not
Right.
sure why, but this is what you find.
And what was the
But
planet name?
did I?
Preloria.
Preloria.
But I couldn't see. Could I get any kind of decent visual on that figure?
Yeah, it's like one of those
Did it have a horn?
yes, it's like one of those. I'm trying to think of the right word for it. You know, when
Bigfoot?
in Bigfoot or not even Bigfoot, scary movies,
It's a jump
something
scare.
comes at it's a jump scare, but then since the camera kind of died out, it gets frozen. The face gets frozen on the screen.
Yeah.
But it's blurred.
It's like that, but it's blurred. Yeah, very, very blurred. But you see this streak of black where the forehead is.
Tetsu, you should definitely search some podcasts, some true crime podcasts that have covered Monk Butu.
So today we're looking into the cases surrounding Monk Butu.
Yeah.
Now that's bullshit. I ain't never heard of Boo 2. That's just some hokey thing you keep peddling about these outer planets.
Ain't nobody no Mobutu.
Mobutu's
Speaking of
not
outer
real.
planets,
It's a hoax.
Proloria, it sounded like it's not in the Pact Worlds. Do
It
I
is
have
not.
Any idea of what it is? Like
Uh,
what it is?
what would that be? That'd be physical science. Give me a physical science check.
It's
I feel like that's a skill nobody takes.
Me.
even if I'm hubbling,
Uh,
can I do computer?
you would know. All you know is that it's a.
No
I guess
shit.
it is.
I rolled a 19,
Okay,
so it's a 20.
So yeah, this one's a charted planet in near space, and what you like, we call it near space here at a ttrpg table. Basically, it's very close to the Pact Worlds. Not within the Pact World system, but very close.
Okay. Do I get any idea of like what it like, who or what lives there? Like,
Not really. Yeah, not from like a Hubble or anything. Like they don't have like things charted out on planets and stuff like that. Like not out of the Pact Worlds.
gotcha.
It's like it's habitable, and it does have like sapient creatures living there, judging by that video. At least it used to. So
Yeah, but those were those like soldiers who got like sliced in half in a row, or was that like were they fighting back, or was it like innocent people?
the only one you saw was the throwing of like a metal sheet through 3 people that were running away.
And how tall
mean,
are
my
you,
aim-
Tetsu?
6 to 9 feet with a horn.
Alright, just checking.
Yeah.
Can he get a date
Alright.
out of the metadata for the like? You said he had some metadata access from the video, right?
Yeah.
Does he know like the?
No, he can't.
All right. Well, that is mostly what he is doing, and then he's just going to be messaging like Nira for some random stuff.
All right, you're right.
Oh, and he would actually ask her about the black butterfly, and ask. I'm looking to contact those belonging to the black butterfly. Have you had anybody coming through the tavern that are working with them?
No, the only one that's been here recently is Kaz, obviously.
Obviously.
No, I mean the black butterfly operates out of Absalom. That's all I really know. Usually in arms, explosives.
Explosives.
Yep.
Could you get me a contact or help me find one?
I can't. No, I'm out of that. You know.
Well, I know the people that come through sometimes talk, so.
I'm
Okay.
trying not to get wrapped up in that anymore.
All right. Are you good?
Left unread.
Yeah, it's been rough, but I'm good.
Let me know if not.
Of course.
That's pretty much it. And then shopping.
Okay. All right. Can't shop right now. Get out of here.
No. She helping picking out a shopping list, basically.
Oh yeah, I'm with her. Gotcha. Okay. One more. Who wants to call?
Me.
All right.
Oh, wait. Did Mode also have a call he was doing?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay, me. I'm
I'm just leaving it open.
After Len has his dinner, he is going to sit down at like his desk or whatever and get out the like space like Morse code machine and Morse codify to Resk, saying, "Hello, is this Resk?"
You get a message back that comes across. Yes. Who is this?
Len will respond.
Guys, we have a torpedo locking onto us. I don't know how we're in the drift. I'm very concerned.
I always
just do a
love how long that one
corkscrew
is.
turn. I just do a corkscrew and everything's upside down for 2 seconds. We just
There is
avoid
no gravity. It's not upside down.
Len will respond, I am Dr. Len, Eisen's personal physician. He asked me to make contact with you regarding his condition.
This is so awkward. And I love it.
The great thing is you're doing it in Morse code, so the pauses don't really get affected.
Yeah. Eisen, you
Stop.
Eisen,
Stop.
you
Stop.
quickly get a message that's like, did you give someone this, like this contact?
Yes, I would have quickly confirmed, and I would have done this actually weeks ago, saying that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then scratch that. Dr. Lin, you get sent back just a code that you get the sense is for a call, for like a interstellar call.
Oh. He kind of like adjusts his jacket and hat, and then he like presses answer.
Alright. You're Dr. Lin?
Yes, and I will assume you are Resk.
Sorry, sirup's killing me.
You just both talked in the same little nasally voice. It killed me.
Cookies.
But both doctors have that same voice.
Yeah.
Nerds.
Sorry. What did you say,
Ow.
Dr. Lin?
Yes, I am him, and I'll assume you are Resk.
I can't do it now. Oh, she's killing me.
This is great. I'm glad I made this happen. This is wonderful.
Yes, I'm Rask.
So,
What you said Eisen condition?
yes, he asked me to just talk to you about it. Presumably, you have information for me regarding, the ins and outs of it.
I mean, it can get not really sure what he wants me to tell you.
I can probably get him in the room if.
It get.
Your two physicians are talking and just like, I don't know why we're on a call
I
together.
don't know what.
Yeah, I'll go get him. And like Len shuffles out of the room.
Okay.
You like get me out of the gym, and I'm like, and, like you drag me back, and I'm like, what matters? Oh,
Resk has requested that you join our call.
hello, Resk. Yes.
Come on, speaker.
Yes, you're on speaker. He can hear you.
All right. What do you want me to tell him that you can't?
You understand the energy better than I can explain it.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know you wanted me to go that far. I usually don't tell people that much.
I kind of poke him in a way that like anyone who knows Eisen like would know like he is safe and there like if things go wrong I think I can take him.
Okay. Yeah.
You
and
are
then he
sorely mistaken.
you poke him as your arm changes into a sword. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He starts to go into it and it's like, all right, well, Eisen, I'm gonna kill you, Syrup. She just giggles every time I do this voice. Well, Eisen got hit by some of the storms that was over our planet, but it wasn't like a normal storm, and the energy that's now trapped within him is somehow in some way, and you get to see, like, you've heard doctors talk like this before, and it's like you get the sense he's hesitating because he just doesn't know how to explain it, but he continues in some way, like changing his body, like it wants out, it wants something different than him, but it's that's all I really got for you. It's it is a I guess you would call it a natural, maybe supernatural energy, and it's just it's not going great. Not
Might
when
you
I
say
had it.
it adapted to Eisen?
Oh.
Len will say, would you describe it as adapting him or more a external force?
There's just a little clink as Eisen face palms.
It's a routine question, Eisen.
I think I would classify it more as an external force. I think it wants him to be something different.
And your people have never encountered something like this?
No, not at all.
Lucky.
So does he,
By your people, I assume you mean his people, but
Yeah, like
right,
he's a mouse person and I'm a rock person.
Is he
I assumed he was like I thought he was like a doctor back on.
No, he is sent from the Starfinder Society to study the energy around my home planet. So he is an external.
I see. I understand. This is why I can't stand voice calls like this. That probably seemed really insensitive. But you know what I mean.
He doesn't have
Yeah, I
eyes,
understand.
Professor. He doesn't have eyes, so
Sure.
we can cut him some slack there.
Is that all you need from me?
Well, are there any sort of treatments I should be aware of? Any dosages that I need to take? The painkillers
Nah,
or something?
I'd just keep him away from electronics.
Okay. Prescribed electronic aversion. I can do that.
Do you have scans of the energy profile? I mean, I know he could take it from me, but it's not the most pure. Anything from back then that might be useful for him.
Dr. Len has all your records, right?
But like, my records are not Resk's research. That's two different things.
Yeah, I mean, I'll send over what I got, but
bolt.
I'll send over what I got, but I doubt it's going to help a whole lot.
Thanks again. How's things going out there?
Not
Stormy.
killing me through it.
Laughing at Barso.
It's not going. They're still looking quite a bit. They haven't really let up yet.
I doubt they will, but other than that,
I mean, it's been pretty good overall.
okay. Thank you, Professor. Kaze or anyone else made contact with you since then? I doubt it.
No, they have not.
Okay, good. If someone does, I know you can't send messages that often, but if anything big happens, please do send it my way.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
Beep.
Y'all.
So Varso,
What's up?
you fucked up.
No, it's not.
What did I do
it's not
wrong?
adaptive. He's saying that it was your adaptation serum that's doing this to Eisen.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Probably is.
we learned something really important about the universe today that we play in. When every doctor graduates, they also get little nasal clips to sound like this.
Get a really annoying voice to go with their
Yeah, they all talk like this.
Every single doctor. If you're like, I don't know if you're really a doctor or not, you're like, no, you're not, because you don't have the right voice.
Hello, I'll be your doctor today. Wait!
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
That person is a plastic surgeon. That's why.
Okay.
There's just one more thing I want to say to Eisen before we
Sure.
put this up.
Sure.
Len will kind of like close his laptop. I kind of assumed this was something that your people were more familiar with. I didn't realize it was so malevolent.
I don't know if it has intent like that. Like,
So it's an entity.
maybe? Like I said, we have myths about things like this, but they're back from like the time of the first of us. This doesn't happen that often.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I would probably like to do some sort of research, at least in lieu of rest.
Please. And this is kind of why I wanted someone closer to me on the topic, just to make sure that anything weird going on at least gets recorded.
And hopefully, once we get like a science lab set up in here, we might start doing some sort of experiment or cutting you open. Just kidding. Probably.
I am not going to, for the sake of my nerves, I'm not going to respond to that statement, because that is just a deep hole that I don't want to go down right now. But me staying as much me as possible would be beneficial, please. If you could not, dissect me and or let sentient lightning, turn me into someone totally different, that would be, a plus in my book. Especially considering I'm one of the people that has to protect everyone. And if I'm, turned feral or something, I might just kill everyone here.
As a doctor, I am personally vested in keeping everyone from dying. So I will. Yes, I would be more than happy to help you in this venture of avoiding your own horrible demise and all of our demises.
I'm glad. I'm glad that everything works out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do have one more question. Why were you in the gym? Do you build rock mass on yourself? What's the point of that?
It's to keep myself actually being able to move properly. Why does anyone go through the process? It's just simply to keep my mental picture up. If I could get a proper gym from Shimreen working, I would do that. But it would take heat from the engine.
It's just grinding wheels.
It's just literally an
eating
oven.
rocks.
No, it's literally basically an oven of
goodness.
Getting up to 3,000 Kelvin to properly do things.
And then I think as this conversation's kind of wrapping up, the camera is zooming out on a Dr. Lynn Eisen Gym Bro session. And that's where we'll take our break.
Yeah.
That's totally what happens.
Now Eisen just wants to get him in the gym, just to be and this is why you do things.
Dr.
I
Lance,
actually
really help all this
hit the gym.
this pent-up aggression that you have and trust issues. You really just gotta work out, bruh.
Gotta work it out, dude.
All right, friends, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, refresh our drinks, all that good stuff, play with the puppies a little bit. So stick around. We'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out. We haven't even got to freaking Absalom Station
We haven't
yet.
even
We
made
got
it to
this.
Absalom yet.
All right, guys, be right back. Okay, we're back.
Oh no.
We're back.
Guess who's
We
back?
did it. Guess who's
Back
back?
again.
All right. Speed run time.
Speed run.
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Okay, so you guys arrive at Absalom Station. You get hooked up. You get off Absalom Station. Get off onto
Easy.
Absalom Station. Easy. Boom. I know you guys are going to do some shopping. You're going to get your ship upgraded. We'll go over all that stuff when it comes up later on, episodes down the line. You're oh, I'm using this brand new gun, blah, blah, blah.
Blah,
We
blah.
won't bring any of the shopping up here because we got more important scenes to go through. So, whoever wants to can start us off with what they want to do at Absalom. Actually, my bad. I assume all of y'all are going to Arvin first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's
I
what y'all
figured
got
we'd
called
Yeah.
in for.
debrief.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess.
I guess. Yeah,
Should we
and
leave
he's already
Tibble
got
here?
pinged, so he has like that's up to y'all.
No, I'm asking.
We can let him mill about Absalom Station for a bit, but not have free access to the ship.
I give him my personal comm number.
I Can
Are
I
you trying to say
message-
something, sir?
No, you're fine.
Can I message Crick and be like, Crick, can you hang out with a friend of mine and keep him busy while we go into a meeting? I will pay for the bar tab.
Yeah, you get a message back that's like, yeah, I'll keep him busy.
Alright, I send 20 credits and tell Tibble, my friend Crick, here's his address. He is going to take you out to some of the bars while we talk to people.
Does he have
Alright,
a comm unit,
Sounds good.
Tibble, at this point, or does
No.
he have like nothing?
He ain't even got a backpack.
Well, he has the armor from the elves and a
Yep.
baton.
Shoddily
So I-
put on.
He's shirtless with a bulletproof vest on.
I will buy
Nope.
him a comm unit.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten paid yet, so yeah, there's gonna be some things that
Yep.
we'll need to do. Okay.
Oh. I still have the
Mo-
money, yes.
Mo-
I will buy him
Moat has
a
a spare comm unit that they can let him use.
Okay, easy.
even better.
I program my like all of our numbers into it, and I put mine like just to make sure that when shit goes down, he'll contact at least one of us.
Absolutely.
Call me.
Okay. He gets sent off with Crick. You guys head to Arvin, who has his desk Lashenta up front that meets you, welcomes you, brings you back to the meeting room with him, food on the table, drinks set out, and Arvin standing there. So, what did you find?
More than we bargained for.
I do assume you went down to the planet based on what I've been able to get a hold of.
Officially? No. Never stepped foot. Unofficially? Yes, of course.
I'm sure you know, of all people, that there are a lot of unofficials in the world.
Yes, but I do believe that in terms of our identities, we never stepped foot or otherwise publicly confirmed our presence there. Curious what news you mentioned. You contacted us as news broke, but at least on public channels I didn't see any news. What is publicly aware right now of anything that occurred on Castroville?
Much like you said, there's not anything of your identities, and he basically shows you like it's almost, he shows you a video, and it's nothing that you found, and it's like this conglomerate video that's like, it basically goes through a lot of clips of different news channels, and it looks really well done, but it still comes off as like amateurish a little. If it's really hard to explain what I'm trying to get across, but it's like
Different cuts from different cameras.
it's different cuts from different cameras, and like different cuts from even news feeds, and different people's voices put together to make a sentence, if that makes sense.
Like those scenes like in Iron Man and stuff, like where it's like mishmashing all the
Well, wait.
videos together.
Yeah.
What is
Weirdly,
getting
yeah.
across though? Like I know.
I'm gonna get there. But like all that comes through, and he's showing it to you, and basically what gets across is a story that people entered the masquerade and kidnapped the queen. And like again, it's mishmash, and there's not one news station that ever says any of this. It's just a bunch of different voices that eventually make this story and sentence and like the pictures and everything else.
So no.
Are we in any of the pictures?
No.
So why? What is this? Did the Starfinder Society put this together? What is this?
No. God, no. No. This is what happens to any big thing that happens. Like, this has been released to all the news networks already and has been shut down very quickly from any organization that cares. Mainly the Starfinder Society and Castroville.
So everybody wants to see this information squashed?
Many of us do, yes. Like, we can't have the Pact Worlds up in arms about a queen being kidnapped on her own planet.
We do have our own recordings that might be useful for law enforcement to try to find her.
Do you?
Rip.
In Eisen's mind, he hears, I wasn't gonna say it. Boy.
Zeha just looks quietly surprised towards Eisen. Oh, did he?
Tetsu. No, Tetsu's not going to try.
Moat will speak up. I mean, technically, I've got footage from what I was seeing through my mask. So, yes, we do have footage. And I believe that's what Eisen's referring to.
But
Eisen's seeing,
is risky
what's
'cause
come from my mask.
It could incriminate us as well.
That is true. By the way, as a casual admittance, we were directly involved or, present for the situation there.
Her kidnapping, you mean?
Yes. Yep. Apparently, these are the same individuals that attacked and tried to obtain a certain object on the Silver Drake, at the Silver Drake.
Oh, yes. And how is that object?
Safe.
Good. Well, I would appreciate seeing the video that you do have. Moat, I think it is.
Don't even remember our names. Rude.
Yep.
And
Moat can
go ahead.
work to basically. Moat would say, "Yeah, I can get you the copy. Is this something you prefer to have, removed from existence?"
I'll tell you after I see it. I do trust you. If anything is found out about any of you, then it won't tie back to the Starfinder Society, I imagine.
Well, these individuals that are following after some leads, which is concerning, can you run identification on them in some form from facial recognition or otherwise?
Sure, I can try. And you said that this came through the mask?
Okay, I was bullshitting. No, not the mask, but other sources. I've been working on collecting it and working on it for a little bit, but I can show a clip. And on the front of Moat's mask, in surprising quality, the footage will play. And
which footage?
You wish, 4K, bitch.
There's an ad beforehand.
Only 4K?
Here's why you should use honey.
Not 8K? Not 8 or 16?
Hey, it's a small mask, and I can only fit so much of a panel. It gets a little expensive, even for
NordVPN
junkers.
So particular, what are you showing him?
Moat is going to show essentially the approach of Wasp to the Vesca the Skittermander inside the room, up until the point at which it is directly on their on their persons. Just basically, Wasp is sitting on them and like listening and seeing faces, movements, weapons, and then the sounds that are associated with it. And
That was the queen screaming weirdly.
No, that was the guard dying before the
But yeah, no, just shows that, and then once it gets to like a frame where it shows like the Vesk's face, like that part of the video freezes, and then once it gets to showing the Skittermander's face, that part of the video freezes and just kind of displays those.
Okay. Yeah, he tells you to get him that data however you can of like the frozen screens, and they will do their best to run like a facial recognition through at least the Pact World systems.
Can I make that weapon check now? To just know what kind of weapons they were using in terms of like that very large like launcher, or like like all I want to figure out is like the tier of the weapon, and like if this was custom, or like what tier of criminal are we dealing with here based off of the weaponry.
Yeah, give me a physical science check.
Any way I could sweeten that to weaponsmith?
Yeah, I'll give you a weaponsmith for all but one.
So you want me to roll 3 times, or?
No, you can roll once. Just roll a weaponsmith once.
24, pretty good.
Okay. The Skittermander was just using a needler pistol. You can't really tell what's in it, obviously, through the video.
Mm-hmm.
The Vesk had a auto target rifle, which is a pretty common gun. Just kind of helps you aim, really. A Red Star plasma lash. That was like the whip he was carrying at his side. You recognize that. But the large cannon that he had shot at the ground at Tetsu, you don't know what that is.
Can I, like, based off of what it did, can I surmise, like, a tier? Something it's close to? Based off of that check?
Sure. It's like, it's probably like middle tier, milligrade.
Okay.
Milligrade, military.
Milligrade.
Right. And I'm reporting that all to Arvin of, like, these guys are dangerous. That
For
rifle, bazooka, whatever it is, it's nothing to trifle with. If they have things like that on hand, if we come up against them again, we are not going to be prepared to necessarily escape like we did this time.
Did they know you were there?
Luckily, no, but they've noticed us twice now. Well, they haven't noticed us. They've come around us twice now.
So could we imagine that they weren't fully outfitted even? Like if they didn't know they were going to run into Starfinders and just thought it was the Queen's Guard or something, then...
They were outfitted for an infiltration in the middle of a masquerade party, one of the biggest guarded military outlets. For some reason, by the way, the party itself had this whole military base at its entrance. They entered in the midst of all of that and just charged on in, so...
Interesting.
Also, they've now come after 2 things related to important information that you are interested in.
Certainly after the same object.
We were
that's
going
confirmed.
Yes, who knew we were going for this information here?
Nobody to my knowledge, but that's what we'll seek to find out.
But regardless, if we come to contact with them again, which I'm sure we will based off of coming into contact with them twice, if we're not properly spec'd out, I don't know if we'll necessarily win.
Also, could we have, maybe just like iron plating for the entire starship so we could use Grace? Can you just pay for that?
Lead.
Lead.
Oh yeah, lead.
Yeah, we'll deck you
I'm
out
sure
now.
that won't cause any like side effects.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine.
Have fun, Dr. Len, with the lead poisoning.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
I am fine. I don't see what's wrong.
To take a step back really quick, I missed that last end of your sentence, Tetsu, where you said, "Does anybody here?" Because you were like, I thought you were saying, "Does anyone know?" And he was going to say, "No, I don't." Anyone here? He would have said, basically everyone above him.
Tetsu has like this long, like he knows what he wants to say, but you can tell like he's thinking of how to phrase it, and goes, "Could any of them have told anybody else who might have told people they should not have?"
The coordinates of who we had to communicate with. Sorry, not the coordinates. The information on who we had to communicate with, we received directly from a secondary group. Is the Starfinders aware?
Right.
No, we just knew that the Adari had the information.
And did you know?
So you did not know it was the data pad?
Did you know what you were seeking in terms of?
We were told that it was pre-gap information.
We got coordinates.
Yeah.
What's pre?
Well, we got sent to the Adari.
No.
They gave us coordinates.
I understand. The Starfinder Society knew that it was pre-gap knowledge. What was pre-gap knowledge?
That the location that you're going to houses pre-gap knowledge.
Right, that the next place we go to has the information.
So
we
you
actually
don't know
need.
where that is right now.
No, but you do, and if you're coming off the mission, then I'll request the coordinates.
So the breach must have been on Castervel's side in some way,
Maybe.
or the Adari.
No.
Or the Adari.
I don't know.
I have a question.
Can we not tell you?
Yes. Or can we tell you in some form of delay to allow us to get our things together here and perhaps send you it after we leave or right before we leave? I want to give us the most advantage and try to identify where a leak might be and limit that.
I understand. I would suggest we don't say it. Honestly,
Yes, if that's a possibility, then I would very much rather that.
you're Starfinders. You're able to be tracked. I imagine you're not going to attempt to flee the Pact Worlds forever. It is where
can track
everyone
us?
wants to be. Yes,
In what way?
with your badges.
Us?
Can others track us with our badges?
No.
Mental note to hack that
If they
later.
are really good?
Yes, they are Starfinder badges.
No, but if they are very good, can they track us?
We have yet to find anybody that can hack these badges.
That sounded like a challenge.
Yeah, that challenge
Yeah,
accepted.
Eisen looks over at those two and goes like, gives a look of not like, don't look too like incensed by that.
Say hi, Mo,
Excited.
Cheryl.
Yeah, like, and it's just like Eisen between them and puts hands on both their shoulders of like, not now.
Right, well, then I think that will be our current plan of action. We'll outfit the starship to make our lives a little bit easier, and I don't know what we have or haven't told them, but basically I think we should also tell them, just to speed it up a little bit, like, we've been attacked twice by Silver Drake, Orc Woman, they were at the Silver Drake, and like all of those connections, basically.
For sure. Yeah,
Out of-
he takes it all, and he says that he doesn't have like any information on that, but he is down to go into databases and search.
What is the society's stance in terms of getting this mission done fast? Now knowing that there's a possible like second party trying to go on the exact same route that we are.
Well, right now,
Like-
hopefully
like,
we're the only ones with the coordinates, but yes.
hopefully,
Right.
but I don't know what that means with everything else.
Yeah.
Like,
You get the sense right now he's pretty lax about it. You get the sense that you're in the tier of missions where he probably has 14 of your team out there.
Okay.
And like he doesn't even know if it's really pre-gap knowledge on that planet.
Right. So
Like,
if we
so-
take some time to like scale up, he won't like be pissed at us.
Basically, yeah. Like he doesn't want you to wait forever, like you're on a mission for the Starfinder Society, but
doing a shift
If we're-
time, etc.
Yeah, if we're doing stuff to improve ourselves to have a better chance of success for the Starfinder Society, we're probably in the clear.
Okay.
yes.
To the bar.
All right.
hmm
To Crick and Tibble.
Yeah.
If we disperse from here, is that it? Let me just triple check in terms of our rundown
I'm
meeting
good.
with him.
I think
Yeah.
that was it for Arvin, but
All right. So
please triple check.
as we head out, like everybody else. Oh yeah, I'm assuming we get.
Oh yeah.
I actually did. Yeah. A getting paid, and B, I did almost forget something. Can
He wants to get extra paid.
Well, no, that's different. Can he put me into contact with someone to get me special materials, like minerals, things like that for crafting weaponries, like quality materials, and just
He
like
needs to make a baby.
no, that's different. I can do that on my own.
Only what you hear in Starfinder.
TMI, bro.
Yeah, he says he'll get you a name before you leave.
Fair enough. Thank you.
And then as far as getting paid, he gives everybody 1,000 credits.
Woo!
Immediately give him 500 back to finish paying off my debt.
I also pay off my debt.
Okay.
As we head out of there, I will stop by the front desk and make another appointment with him in a couple days.
Okay. She logs you down. You have an appointment.
Excellent.
Len will follow Zeha to the front desk and kind of like wait awkwardly behind her as she like talks to the person there.
Ugh,
and
I'd
when
let you
she's
go
done-
first.
No. He's clearly not
Like at the
standing in
front
line,
door.
but he's waiting for you awkwardly.
Oh, okay. I kind of like look
Uh,
over my shoulder, touch talk, and then I'll step away. You, for waiting for me, Dr. Lin.
Yeah, do we want to talk to him about, our friend?
Oh, goodness.
I didn't really know how to bring it up there. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. What do you feel?
well, maybe they have some sort of witness protection program. Maybe they could help him.
Well, the thing is that I don't know who he is. Everybody was talking about potentially having him come along with us, but I'm not comfortable with him and his priorities or anything like that. And so I don't know if it's best to just let him on his way in Absalom Station or try to get the Starfinder's assistance on it. I suppose we could just tell them about him and see if they even know who he is.
Sure, and maybe let's bring this to the rest of the groups and... No. Yeah, no.
All right, I'll like run out the door. No, I won't run. I'll walk briskly out the door, and before everybody like disperses, and just kind of like 1 second before we leave the building fully. Did we want to inform them about Tibble so that they might?
Oh, I completely left my mind.
Yes.
We should.
All right,
Why should we? Because if they are
they might be able to
giving
help him.
leaks,
Even if I highly doubt it's a leak on his level. If we tell him and it's just an additional member in his team, they won't look too deeply.
I will walk back inside. Knock on his door, up apologetically.
I'm in a meeting. No, I'm just kidding.
Already?
Get out!
It's
I'm
literally
coming.
less than 5 minutes, and it's like,
He just takes his pants off as soon as any meeting's over.
Sorry, this is
Freedom.
me time.
Arvin is chilling.
one of the things that we didn't mention as we in our attempts to access some of this information, we were informed of a friend of the Queen's that was kept at the Queen's behest on World. And that individual wanted to get out, and as part of everything, he's out. Do you know of Tibble, the scientist?
Heard the name around the Pact Worlds.
Alright, well, I don't know who he is or...
It's a highly renowned robotic scientist.
Alright, is he above board? Is he involved in anything untoward?
Not besides the fact that he very often leaves universities before ever completing any kind of job just to run off to the next one.
Right. Well, we should inform you that he is on Absalom Station, and officially we've had nothing to do with it.
At
Okay.
that, like, Eisen will look at Zeha, understanding the conversation we had before, but he'll give you a look of, like, tell him the rest.
Out of character, what is the rest?
That there are members of us who want him on the team.
Oh, no.
Okay, if Zeha is actively not saying it, Eisen will bring it up and be like, he is an expert in robotics in terms of understanding what grace is. While we may not want to show him now, he may be a boon to us in the future.
The Queen, I add, had particular interest in pre-gap technology and had him searching for it. I don't know what he knows. He's a loose cannon. I really, personally, don't recommend him joining, but I wave towards Arvin, and I just give this look of whatever.
Barsto's giving me the ooh hand.
I was just standing in the corner, touching tentacles together.
Yeah, just his little tentacles are making a cute little squeak as they just.
You see him just look between y'all, and he's just kind of flabbergasted he's even getting asked this question. He goes, "Look, if you want him safe, leave him here. If you want him on the ship, take him. Officially, you don't have him, remember? I'm not going to make this decision."
I don't want Castrovellians or the Queen or otherwise linking him to us and therefore us to anything that occurred on Castrovel.
Neither do I, and you have him now.
That was to my team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, Eisen will look to, Arvin and be like, and back to Zeha, do we want to have this conversation as we walk, or do you want to have it here?
Look, all I'm saying is perhaps the Starfinder Society can keep an eye on him here on Absalom, and he could be a resource to us should we need anything with Grace and at the time needed. But I don't think he should be traveling with us because it links us to where we just were.
But he's
But
going
he
to
doesn't
ditch.
want to.
Yeah, he's going to
He
run
does not
away.
want to stay.
It's either we take him with us, or he runs away and he gets
No, we can
captured.
keep tabs on where he runs, and if we need to meet up with him, we can do so at that point. We'll give him a commune and then tell him, hey, perhaps we have a job for you at some point. Do what you want. We have him as a friend. I point to Tetsu. I don't think it is safe for him to be on board with us personally.
Oh, certainly not safe for his health.
No, for us.
Certainly.
If somebody recognizes him and knew that he was there.
Every guard present did kind of
Yeah.
see him run off with the tablet.
As
mean,
a
Right.
bodyguard, I am always more towards knowing keeping an eye on the danger. The closer he is, the more
But
I
he's
know
not a
that
danger to
he's
us
not getting-
anymore.
But you said, to your point earlier, he knows us and everything else, and if he is on his own and run away, he will get spotted.
Most certainly, without question, he will get
So
spotted. He's
that is
type of-
fine, but he will most likely be caught somewhere and asked about us, and to your point, he might like us, but he will tell about us.
Well, we can have a conversation about that. That it's to our mutual benefit that he doesn't the exact opposite of that.
He doesn't strike me as the type who would survive torture.
I don't think he would go through torture.
We should test.
Right.
What?
room
Glenn,
turns
maybe you
to
should
Dr.
stay away
Lin.
from my friends.
If-
That is not good.
If Tibble is with us and he gets seen by somebody that's already a problem, it's already a problem for us. Like, I don't-
Doctor. I'm sorry to interrupt again, but Dr. Lynn's just in the background. He goes, the perfect person to get adaptation serums from.
Oh God, Dr. Len.
I
Why?
think-
Save everybody.
I mean, he was
So
the one
you
that
did
said,
it on purpose, Dr. Lynn.
He was the one that said that he could disappear. So we can talk about his confidence levels on that.
Yep.
I
That
don't worry
convo
about-
can happen
Yeah.
by the time y'all get back to the ship, but we got some other stuff to get through real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with. All right. Moat, let me know if this is wrong, but all I see for you is that you're going to get out of debt and buy some items, which we're going to go over off screen and everything.
Yeah. I mean, aside from that, Moat is working on the video. It is a little different now because,
Somebody.
now it's very clear about who has the footage that Hal was about to release onto the world. But it is very interesting to know how the Starfinder Society and other organizations take the spread of this kind of information. So Hal's going to do 3 videos. One video where it is just general drone shots and just like an experience of the festival, something that's kind of like high energy and super cool, and that goes up and no problems. Second one is the follow and emissary district walkthrough with the nobles, those who are the
For sure.
Queen's New Council. And in a, I guess, closing scene to that one, there is like essentially a cliffhanger to the end of the video, which has like Wasp going past a hallway and you hear some shouting and the video cuts. But what you may be able to find, people who are a little astute, their Moat wants to put in like a QR code essentially in the like just like on one of the panels as
Conspiracy theory
like
style.
just close to the room, so that people that notice that scan it and then get linked to a private video, which is the continuation, which goes into the room, gets close up on the vested Skittermander, and has the abduction there.
I would
Moat's going to leave that private for a little while before trying to send something to news networks when it's kind of already been spread.
So we had him Arvin say that he's gonna like look into these 2 people. What I would ask with you, Mo, maybe we would touch base on it, is depending on what he ends up like finding out, if we have any information, but if it comes up blank, then I might ask if you could like put up a conspiracy theory style video of like, you know, those like black, like super dramatic, like who are these people, blah blah blah, like contact this, you know, like secure inbox if you have any information, and it's just like you could tie it in with what you just did with like your other one with that final video, and like see if we can't on like get it on the dark web and see who has information on these individuals.
Yeah, just like make a dark website for like having this be there, and obviously got to get it on like I'm trying to think of a way to do like BitTorrent or something like that, but it's space themed, something like that. It's got to be torrented and it's got to be ready, something like that. And Yeah, that absolutely. I can get Arvin the information, make a conspiracy style thing, and then I also just want to straight up give Arvin a copy of the events that Wasp followed in the whole combat to abduction scenario.
For sure.
And that's yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
They should be able to use that for it's super duper high quality.
Yeah, just going through it, he basically tells you he will be using that to try to run scans on them, and then he will be destroying it. He doesn't want to be
All
tied
right.
to this, basically, is the sense you get.
That's
Right.
fair.
Tetsu, I have
Whoa.
buy low-level items, get out of debt, did that. I have talked to Nira, did that. I have hang out with Crick.
He would follow up with Nira to see if she was able. No, she said she couldn't give me it. Never mind.
Yeah. I have hang out with Crick and Tibble.
Yeah.
Do you have anything specific, or do you just want to say like you did that?
The only thing I would say I want to do is when hanging out with Crick to let him know that somebody around here has asked me for some work, and if he knows anything about the Black Butterfly, just because he kind of deals with shady people. I'm just trying to find a contact with the Black Butterfly.
Yeah. That conversation kind of starts, and he goes, "Nope. Wait, nope. We don't talk to the Black Butterfly. Nope.
Why do we not talk to the Black Butterfly?
Black Butterfly's bad. If us go talk to the Black Butterfly,
Right.
us don't come back."
Oh, you don't have to. I can do that. Do you know where to go to not talk to the Black Butterfly?
Nope.
You don't have to go, and I won't tell that you told me. I need to help somebody.
You see him kind of like looking around, all sketch out. Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, come on, buddy. Diplomacy's not my bag. This purple dice is loving me though, so 16, so it'll be probably 15. Yeah. Yeah, 15.
Okay. All right.
Not bad.
Kind of like, no, not bad at all. He kind of like looks at you for a second. Look, I don't want you to get hurt. I'm not getting hurt. I will get somebody else to tell you what to do to talk to the Black Butterfly.
That seems roundabout, but okay.
I don't want to.
That is fine. On a less unfun note, I was pretending to be Tibble earlier, and that was fun. But my voice is very deep, and Tibble, you are very shrill. I was hoping to get a voice amplifier to change my voice, so maybe after we drink a bit, we can go do that, and you can install a voice modulator.
Come on!
Yeah, Man Bender can do that.
Alright, then I will
Why
buy
is
another
Var so
round, and then we
upset?
can go operate on me.
Because
I have the best doctor, and this one's accredited almost.
He doesn't even speak in a nasally voice. This isn't a doctor.
He's clearly
He doesn't have
not
his
a
doctorate
doctor.
yet, but at least he can get a doctorate, like somebody.
I'm a million times better than this sham.
Do you want to spend your downtime installing the voice amplifier?
Now,
Yes.
please don't. I asked why Varso was upset because I forgot about Dr. Ledigan.
Everybody does.
What is what's a voice modulator level?
It's one. It's cheap.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
It's like 125 credit.
Yep. That is completely fine.
Yeah. So after doing that, did you want to go to the next thing?
He tells you that the person that he's going to get to talk to you is not going to be here this week.
That's fine. I meant the next thing.
Oh, that
Going to Lena.
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 The
Ask for help.
bomb
Oh, yeah.
bomb lady?
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to her? I thought you were like,
Yeah.
I thought that was part of Nira asking for explosive. Okay.
It is, but I'm gonna go to her because we need work and Tetsu needs money. And I'm working on the explosives, man.
All right.
Yeah. He walks in to talk to Lana.
Yeah, it's Lana. I got very confused when you said Lena.
Said Lana, I meant Lana. Yeah, he'll go into her shop. Isn't it like a clothing store or a textile or some like? Isn't it not what it appears?
Yeah, it's kind of it's like an upfront, almost like I don't want to say convenience store, like they sell like
7-Eleven.
normal. No, they sell like normal arms and stuff like
Okay.
pistols and stuff like that. But like you found out from her that they sell more heavy stuff in the back.
Wonderful.
Let's just try to go through it quickly here though, because it's getting a little late. So
Yeah.
what are you looking for her?
Basically, he's just looking to tell her that he has a lead for what she wants, and that if she wants anything else while he is about to go get those things. And he's trying not to say the word explosives while doing so.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, she just says that she doesn't really want anything else, and she's waiting for the explosives.
Okay. Well, I think that's probably it.
Okay. Zeha.
Aside from working for the rest of the time there and trying to earn a little bit of income, I will go to that meeting with Arvin.
Okay. What did you want to do in the meeting with Arvin?
So I wanted to talk to him about, this is a bit like kind of finessey, but basically like I want to have a more private conversation regarding my concerns with the leak, and specifically about the fact that, look, we got this information of where the information even was, like VV and Castrovel and all of that, from our conversation with the Ramsum 10. I was like, hey, let's be honest with each other. Like, you talked about the Ramsum 10 earlier. I don't want to play too many games here. If you have a connection, I would like to be aware of it, because I have concern that the leak actually has to do with that side of things. And I want to have the most information possible so that we, one, remain safe, like for the benefit of everybody. I'm trying to like pitch it like it's beneficial to them, it's beneficial to me. But I also want to keep the whole Ramsum 10 thing as private as possible. If he's willing to be honest about that, or give me more insight, like anything really.
Okay. Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh boy. Okay.
This is what you do, though.
Oh, like, can I do culture?
Not if the dice decide against you.
No.
Alright. Well, that's a nice. What? How is that the amount? It's natural 7. Do I want to waste my
nuggy.
hero point already? Yeah. My chicky nuggy. Yeah, let's do this. I think this is pretty important.
All right.
Does the curse hold? Yes, it does.
10.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you got Varsoed. You got Varsoed hard.
It never helps, man. The chicken nugget never helps.
Hero points.
I know your pain.
Just single tier.
A single tier. You get from him just like a look for a second, and he gives you a very quick rundown of basically everything you know. Like, there is someone in like you basically come to him, you're like, I know this information, and he repeats, he's like, this is the information I can give you, and it's just the stuff that you told him out loud. And then he goes, look, it's just a little over you right now. Take some time, and when I can share it, I will. But you just joined, I can't.
I understand that, but this is very sensitive to the fact that these people are after Grace, and they have the information that we have, and that is... Alright, what about Ninal? you sent Inal to the Adari. Is there any? Can you give me an insight on what her involvement was?
Give me a diplomacy check.
It was definitely her. Let's kill her.
Natural 20.
18.
Woo!
He tells you that Nanal has been a trusted diplomat for the Starfinder Society for a while, like a third-party diplomat, and that she was done with Starfinder affiliations when they just did her a favor, and knowing that you were going to the Adari sent her with you.
Okay, so they had no insight on her business then.
Yeah, basically it was like she did her job with them and asked for transportation to the Adari, and they were like, "Well, guess who's going?"
All right, I'm gonna be like sigh dramatically and like disappointedly a little bit and act it up, and then basically be like, "Well, all right. I mean, I understand your limitations, but this has been relatively frustrating. Can you at least assist me in potentially obtaining an Astral's transponder?"
Please.
I can put out a order for one and see if we can get a hold of one, but it might be at a slight discount, but it's still going to be... It's not a cheap piece of equipment.
Yeah, no, I was more hoping you had perhaps a refurbished or used or otherwise accessible.
A lightly used astral transponder.
Well, I can't say this has
Like,
been
you know,
incredibly
90%
helpful,
discount.
but thank you for your time.
I am sorry. Thank you for yours.
I pause at the door and I turn back. You know, I'm not completely opposed to being of mutual assistance to each other, should you decide to trust. And then I just...
Are you hitting on our boss?
He gives you a silent nod.
No, and I think just for
I
audience
know.
clarification, that's a very clear, like, regarding Ramsem 10.
Yep. He gives you like a silent, like, nod, partial bow, and just lets you leave.
Yep. It's kind of like, if you decide that you are going to finally give me more info, I'm not opposed to helping you, but I'm kind of leaving it in his court, hopefully.
Yep. All right, Eisen. Let's go. We got two more.
Quick one. I'm getting that. I'm like going to the bank to get that cred stick fixed.
For sure.
Like probably the 50 credits
Oh,
that's
yeah.
about it.
Yeah. You were able to get they're able to get the data out of it. It has 150 credits on it.
Figured. Okay. And then other than that, I'm doing some small stuff like going to the temple of the Swordlight, the Swordlight Cathedral, which isn't like a scene that we need to do.
Okay.
And I'm also going to give 200 credits to Tibble. That
Okay.
should be enough to get him like basic equipment and like a shirt,
Pants.
for instance. Yeah, like that should be enough to get him, going.
Yo, he's walking. He likes the look of the shirtless body armor with tattoos.
Yeah,
everywhere.
of course he does. Yeah,
It's dreamy.
yeah.
I mean, it's a good look, man. I
Yeah,
say
no.
rock it. you
Yeah,
know?
he can get himself a fur coat.
He goes to the bathroom sink, slicks his hair back.
This is the best guy.
Yeah. What else?
Yeah.
What else?
He
what
went
else
to
do I have
thrift shop.
do? No, I wanted contact for like special materials, but that can just be handled off screen. That's not important. Let me go
For
through
sure.
my list.
I see.
think I have
The only other thing I have for you is combos with Grace, but I think that may happen next session
Yeah, like that needs
because
to happen when
it's going to happen when you're back on the ship and
Yeah.
Tibble's potentially not there or trusted.
Yeah, so we need to decide what to do with Tibble before I have that conversation.
Basically. All right.
Yeah, that's me.
Cool. Dr. Lin.
Okay, so Dr. Len, really all he wants to do at least at first, is talk to the Starfinder Society about how like the adaptation virus is most likely like pretty good chance that it's on Castrovel, and as a result is probably in more places than we expected. Doesn't matter who he talks to, probably Arvin if I had to guess.
Okay, Arvin or one of the lower scientists that's like in the lab working on it, probably.
Yeah.
Whoever you talk to, they basically say like, "Okay, noted. Thank you for sharing the information. It'll be documented."
And he's not really happy with that response, so he will like begin insisting that they like do work on producing at least some like treatment or cure with more efficiency. Does he just get another response like that?
Oh no, you immediately get the response of, well, you showed us how to, so if we need to, then we will.
Oh my god. Preemptive measures.
Len will heavily recommend they do more than just like chill and wait for it to become a pandemic.
No.
Whoa.
That's not the sense. That's not the
fourth
sense
wall's
you got.
cracking there a bit.
Yeah, that's not the sense you got. It's more of like you showed us a very dangerous way to cure people. We're working on like preemptive measures, but as a scientist, you know that takes time. Like
Waffles,
so
what
they
we're
already
talking
know.
about is just purge the planet.
okay,
Just the whole planet.
whole Castorville, Absalom Station, like anywhere it could possibly be.
Which is
Eisen,
everywhere.
sus.
Sure, I'm down. All right.
But then finally, Len would like to just, using whatever samples he has, just pretty much keep doing that work, trying to develop the cure treatment more, try and figure out like how to produce it without tearing people's organs out or something.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
You got it. 23. That's a crappy.
Yeah, every single, it's like 6, 7, 8 different experiments, different paths, and every single thing leads back to you need some intense like DNA type samples to have this working.
And I don't feel like I've made any real progress after like the end of this free time.
No.
Well, that is the essence of science. We shan't give up.
Failure only makes me stronger.
Keep working on that light bulb.
All right.
But yeah, that's all I want to do.
Cool. If that is it, then as the GM, I'll say we got a couple things to take care of off screen. We got a lot of shopping. We got to find out if Tibble is going on the journey with you guys. Probably got to find out where you're going, because you have like probably 2 to 5 different paths, maybe even more if you just want to go random off. But we'll come back next session with you guys taking off from Absalom Station with all that figured out and getting
Well,
to
I
some
don't know.
adventure.
I think an Absalom Station session might be in order if we can get in touch with the Black Butterfly, because that's an actually lead towards what we're after.